Bidvest is a South African-based distribution services and trading business and the largest food service business outside North America. Bidvest has a market cap of 67 billion rand, a price-to-earnings ratio of 14 and a dividend yield of 3%. Talking about management, when you look at Kumba, looking at Bidvest, it has really had a very good management team, Paul.
Yes, look, Brian Joffe is one of South Africa's most talented managers. He started out small, he levered it up, and it's now a group with enormous revenue and substantial market value, not just here in South Africa. I mean, he's that good that he's able to buy businesses in Hong Kong and Asia and the UK and Germany and everywhere, and somehow they just seem to do well. He almost never puts a foot wrong. The only time he bought something which didn't work out was Tiger Wheel and Tyre, and that was like a decade ago. So certainly somebody to back. He's in his mid-60s. He's got some nice young, bright, keen lieutenants like his assistant CEO or CFO or COO, whatever it is, David Cleesby. So it's a group we like, and we do think that at some point the portfolio will reach a size where some kind of breakup and reorganization will make sense in terms of either the Asian businesses or the food services businesses. So it's certainly one that we're positive of, have been accumulating, clients own, I own, etc., etc.
Are you accumulating at these levels, Mark?
Yeah, it is one of our favorite counters at the moment. I think if I take a look at what its underlying value is in terms of NAV to where it's trading at the moment, it's trading at quite a deep discount to what we believe the fair NAV is. If you take a look at the bid they got for their bid food, excuse the pun, the offer they got there versus what it's actually valued at, there's a lot of value to be unlocked in this business. We do hope that Brian Joffe potentially as a swan song would unbundle these food assets. The other thing that we really like about the business is its gearing to the rand, in that a lot of its revenue is in euros and whatnot, and as the rand appreciates, it's the translation gain, which isn't high quality earnings, but we do think they could continue to surprise on the upside. And they generally, we're looking for low sales growth, revenue line growth, but I think that they continuously expand margins and they grow their dividend ahead of their earnings, which is something we like. It's a very cash generative business.
So, Paul, where does the growth lie for Bidvest and where to from here for them?
I think they've got plenty of place to grow, and the reason is that something significant has happened in business in the last 30 years, and that is that people really only want to do those parts of the business that they feel they're good at. So, prior to this era, companies would have their own transport department and a procurement department and a human resources department and, filing department and all that sort of thing. Nowadays, companies really just focus on brands and finance and marketing, and they take all of the boring part of their business out and push it out to services companies. So that category, logistics, services, all of that sort of stuff that Bidvest is really good at, is a massive growth category, and one which I think will continue to expand, and in time people will appreciate those businesses more and more just for their own earnings power. So the stock's not expensive. They can continue to do bolt-on acquisitions in other country environments. There are plenty of businesses in that space to buy because they typically get started by entrepreneurs who are happy to become part of a larger entity once they want to retire. Bidvest's got excellent ratings with its banks and its sort of various credit providers. So I can't see, there's no stopping these guys.
So hot or not for you?
Hot on this one.
Mark, hot or not?
Yeah, same, for all the reasons Paul's mentioned, and I agree, the culture within Bidvest, they're really good at finding undervalued businesses, applying their business model to them and generating much higher ROEs in their cost of capital. So very hot for us at the moment.
So two hots on Bidvest.